Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kazuri Alameen. I'm so grateful to still be in the land of the living. I got a couple of nuggets I want to share with you this morning as it relates to grief and loss. I just finished speaking to one of my clients to help her to maintain and stay grounded. She had been listening to someone who, as it relates to grief and loss, that really didn't know what they were talking about. And I witnessed so many people getting traumatized and re-traumatized, listening to people who don't know what they're talking about. Some do, but it's a hell of a lot out there that doesn't, and that hurts people. Um, I have been in the mental health business for over 45 years. I'm not talking about a podcast or something I read in a book or a Zoom meeting. I've been in the trenches 45 years, mental health. I have worked with children as young as 4 years old. I worked with senior citizens as old as 97 years old. Worked with adolescents and adults for many, many years. It's all about spirit, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about spirit. This thing about grief and loss is so profound when you have somebody who understands it. Example, we all are going to stop breathing. It's not a belief. Belief is to accept something as true or exists. This is not a belief. The evidence speaks for itself. Just like we had a birthday, we're going to have a death date. So my point is, we all going to stop breathing on earth, but that's as you what I call peel the onion with it. It's much deeper than that. Example, in that statement I just made that we all going to stop breathing, how you die plays a role. How you die plays a role. A lot of times we don't talk about these things. When you die plays a role. Why you died plays a role. Example, when I say why you died, it might be some people who have a disease and they're sick. There might be some people who get murdered. All of these things are very, very vital. Very, very vital. Feel what you're feeling. Feel your own feelings. And don't rush the process. Grief has no time limit. Say that again, because grief has no time limit. Feel what you're feeling. If you're going to have feelings of sadness, anger, why, what, when, where, feel it. It's okay. These are your feelings. You have a right to your feelings. And I think a lot of times people who have like a knowledge going to tell you well, you should be here by now. I read it in this book right now, and there's a grief cycle, and bada bing, bada boom, and I think you should be here by now. Compared to your feelings, what you're dealing with, a piece of paper or a podcaster, a great pinpoint, situation doesn't bring it no home. You're a human being. You got a right to your feelings. And I've been dealing with people for grief and loss for many years. Many, many, many years. Like I say, I've been in this business over 45 years. So it's very important to be where you are where you be. Be where you are where you be. So you're going to have a lot of firsts. What you mean because there are a lot of firsts? The person that you lost, the people that you lost, you'll be having new thought processes about these people on a daily basis sometime. And then you get a hit, oh my gosh, they're not here anymore in the physical. Because the memories live on, and memories live through you. So wherever you are in that process, be there with that process. Don't allow anybody to rush you. Don't allow anybody to make you feel shame and guilty of where you should be, you should have been. And another thing is big too, ladies and gentlemen, don't allow anybody to grief compare you. What do you mean again, Mr. Kazir? Well, child, I don't know how you feel because I lost my husband too. A child, I don't know how you feel because I lost my child too. Not to minimize they losing their husband, losing their child is not a big thing, but they're not you. So don't let nobody grief compare you. It's very, very important. Take your time, and you're going to have moments where you got clarity in 30 minutes. The next 15 minutes you're pissed off. That's okay. Once again, grief has no time limit. But don't allow anybody to rush you. These are your feelings. You have a right to your feelings. Grief, a deep sorrow. That's the understanding. That's the meaning of a deep sorrow of grief. That's what grief means, a deep sorrow. Example, from losing someone. Example, we all got a different deep. My deep is not your deep. Your deep is not my deep. So take your time when you be with the process. We all have lost some things. I remember many years ago I went to a seminar. The lady said, anybody in the room that's never lost anything, stand up. It was about 80 people in the room. She said it again. Anybody in this room who never lost anything, please stand up. Great seminar. Her point was we've all lost something. Not just to the loved one, but we lost keys, we lost jobs, we lost our way, we lost something in life. So be where you are where you be. Don't let nobody rush you. Don't let nobody rush you. I see so many people, once again, get traumatized. Listen to people. We got a lot of slick marketing out here. Everybody want to be a coach now. Everybody want to be a life coach. You got to be certified. You got to be this here. I'm not anti that by no means, but that's nothing new. Back in the day, we call it one-on-one. Your first coaches were your parents, good and or bad. Your first coaches were your parents, good and or bad. I'm not anti-growth by no means, but it's nothing new under the sun. That's the coach. It ain't nothing new. Every time you look up, everybody want to be a coach, a certified this coach, and a certified that coach. To each his own, but that's not nothing new. So I encourage you to take the time, seek to be with people who know what they're talking about. And the only way you can get there is by moving. If you're talking to somebody, you know he or she doesn't know what they're talking about, you ain't got to get into a tussle with them. You just pivot and move on. There's a lot of slick marketing out here, and I understand the game. I understand it very well. But there's no substance. A lot of noise, but no substance. A lot of slick marketing with no substance. And as I said a minute ago, it's all about spirit. I deal with people's lives. I don't sell washing machines and dryers. I don't sell cars. I deal with people's lives. So I'm on a whole different level, and I got 45 years to back it up. Not taking some course online, or not getting me a podcast, and I got to be influential or influencer. Have no substance at all. Some do, some don't. It's a whole different flavor. When I started this business, there wasn't no Facebook, Instagram, Zoom meetings. I'm in the trenches. One-on-one, look at you right in your eyes. Whatever you're going through, good, bad, happy, and sad. Real talk. I've trained over 1,500 counselors, mental health specialists, mental health assistants at 5 different facilities. I've trained them personally. So I'm encouraging you, get with somebody who knows what they're talking about to the best of your ability. You help yourself. It's not a rush job. It's not a rush job. Feel what you're feeling. You have a right to your feelings. You don't have to validate that to nobody. Nobody. Once again, we all going to stop breathing. But it's more than that. All these things, as I said a minute ago, how you die plays a role. Or when you die. Why you die. It's a different vibe for somebody who's dying with cancer versus your loved one was shot in a drive-by. That's a different vibration. They both are dead, but it's a different vibration. And you need to be able to process that. But if you're dealing with people who don't know what they're talking about, sometimes we're just mimicking stuff. Just mimicking stuff. We don't even look behind door number 3. We got to outgo that kind of thinking. There's a lot of traditional verbiage out here that has no truth to it at all. Say that again, because there's a lot of traditional things that has no truth to it at all. It's just tradition. And then we just say it. I was talking to somebody the other day. They were saying, example, let me pivot for a quick minute. Forgiveness is important. Okay, respect it. But what does that mean to you? How would you break down forgiveness in your own life? How do you know that you have forgiven yourself or somebody else? Why did you do that? What time did you do that? Let's break it all the way down. Not just that forgiveness is necessary. A lot of people who get very excited about forgiveness is necessary, and you got to forgive. Most of those people have not forgiven themselves. They have not looked internally. It's all external. Healing comes from the inside out, not the outside in, ladies and gentlemen. It's not in the book. It's not on the podcast. It's not on the video. It's inside of you. As I said a minute ago, it's all about spirit. And having worked with children as young as 4, senior citizens as old as 97, it's all about spirit. I'm speaking from experience. Experience is anything that you go through or anything that goes through you. That's experience. Not going on would or should I thought about it. I've been experience. It's all about spirit. So take your time as you're dealing with your grief and loss. Once again, there's no time limit. And don't allow anybody to guilt and shame you as the way you should be. Oh, I know how you feel. No, that's inappropriate. It's very dismissive. Some people mean well, some people don't. But you got to be where you are where you be. It's very, very important. Once again, grief is a deep sorrow. Be mindful that we all got a different deep. My deep is not your deep is not my deep. Be where you are where you be. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Peace.